expect to really have to coach up your guys a great deal on sustaining focus, considering the magnitude of what they have ahead of them? You know what I mean? You've only won 10 in a row around here.
Well,
ever.
one thing that's been good with this group is that I think that we have instilled in them the importance of this practice today, and then tomorrow, and then the week, and then the only game. And I do feel that they understand the parity in college football, particularly in this league where it would be hard to pick who's going to win each game Saturdays. As I've said 100 times, this is the NFL now. 6-6 and 7-5 teams are going to be very common across the Big 12. Teams that are double-digit wins are not going to. They're going to be pretty rare moving forward because of the parity, because of team free agency, portal, NIL, and all that. So I think that has helped them understand each game. So they know they're playing a team that's number one in the league in offense. They're averaging 5.7 yards per rush. How about this? They're 50% on third down conversion. 50%. Okay? They only have 51 yards per game in penalties. The coach he's coached about as many years as I have as a head coach. He probably more than me if you count his high school. The guy understands offensive football, and he's had tremendous success everywhere he's at. And they were ahead of Kansas State in the fourth quarter, I think. They were ahead of OU late in the game on the road, both road games. And they had every chance in the world to beat Baylor. So I think all of that together makes people aware in our team that guys better focus and practice. That helps without me just telling them.
I know you've only been around these new coaches a couple of times. What's your personal experience been around Malzahn? Because I only have limited, and I would think you and he might be.
I haven't been around him. He's been in that world down there. He was at high school coach over here when I was really young in my career, so I didn't recruit Arkansas. And then he went to Arkansas. They were in the SEC. Then he went to, somewhere else, and then he ended up at Auburn. But he's been in a world that I haven't been in. But I have seen him from a distance, and just what I said earlier, I've watched him and watched the success he's had over his career, and he's a smart football coach.
And he wasn't in Arizona this spring.
He was.
He was.
He was, but those meetings, I never migrate over to them because there's too much going on. It's just hard to get to guys.
He went to Tulsa.
Yeah, it was at Tulsa, yeah, but I just never crossed paths.
7 or 8,
Yeah.
OU and Tulsa were like 1, 2, 3 in offense.
I just never saw him on the road recruiting. We just were never in the same place at the same time.
First time on the road against one of the new teams. You've been to Orlando for bowl games, but it's a different venue. What does that do? How do you guys handle that? I'm assuming you'll be on the grass because that's what they play on. And you take the team there Friday since
they have 419 turf, which is good, low cut, thick, should be really good turf. We'll practice on the grass. Our turf is very similar to that. Obviously, we go dormant; they don't. There's a little difference there, but the point being is there's similarities with the grass. It won't affect our travel much. It's a West Virginia trip for us, basically timing wise. We'll be, it'll take going with Jetstream. It'll take 2:08 to get there. Coming home, it'll take 2:25. So that's going to stay very similar to what it is at West Virginia.
You go to the stadium Friday and stay with your routine. Not go.
Too much driving in a bus. We used to do it, but when you go to large metropolitan areas at the airport, you pack a bunch of 300-pounders in a bus and drive them over here and drive them all the way back. Then they've spent an hour or so on a bus, and they don't like that. So we changed over the years. We get to the stadium about 15 minutes earlier. They go out, walk around, check everything out, do whatever, and then we're good.
Like, what is it about UCF's offense that makes it one of the top in the conference?
They do a good job. He does a good job. They spread you out. They rush the football. He's had 616 plays this year, and they've had 362 rushes. So they want to spread you out. They want to rush the football. They want to run zone. They want to run read zone. They want to run counter. They want to get in 4 wides, fly motion a guy, get back to their base running. They love the 20 personnel stuff, and he's done that for a long time. I don't know what he did in high school, but I know what he started. The stuff he's doing now, he was doing at Arkansas when he made that jump. And I saw it at Auburn forever, and so he's good at what he does.
You look back at any of that film from Arkansas to Auburn, just concept-wise?
No, he's been there now, 3 years, something like that. So I mean, he's doing pretty much the same stuff. He's going to have 2 or 3 gimmick plays. He always does. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart coach.
Like how
What are the-
similar is Kansas experience that you guys coming into this week? Obviously,
What's that?
Playing a team like Kansas, how beneficial is that experience?
In this versus this team, different concepts. Kansas is a triple option team, essentially. Wanting to run is the same, but how they're wanting to do it is different.
Defensively, you look at stats on UCF, and they seem really strong against the pass, not so much against the run. What stands out about them on that side of the ball?
It's a little bit balanced. It's swayed a little bit, as you said, in that direction. They've had some, they had quarterback issues, injuries, and we all know that can set you back. And they've missed on a few things that I'm guessing that they feel like they would have connected on. Things could have been completely different with their season. But for us, we are who we are now offensively. Everybody in this room knows who we are offensively, and they know who we are offensively. So now we need to be good at what we do on offense, because there's not a secret anymore. Like Kansas State-ish, Kansas, maybe West Virginia, nobody really knew who we were, but now everybody knows who we are. So let's just get good at who we are and be better than they are at what they do, than them giving us a chance to not play well at what we do. And that's kind of what we have to do, in my opinion.
I usually looked at some tape. What are they defensively? Because I haven't had a chance to look at
What about it?
Defensively.
They're 4 down. They're a 4-2. They want to play man coverage. They're overloading the box, playing man coverage, what they want to do. So that's what they'll do against us. If they're supposed to be 6 in the box, they're going to put 7 in the box, and they're going to play, put a guy in the middle of the field and play man coverage.